Hi, everyone. I hope you're all staying healthy and safe. Back in March, I had a plane ticket and was ready to come down to Florida to see you all. So, this isn't exactly what we expected it to be, but I'm still really grateful to spend a few minutes discussing some of the challenges we face and the opportunities and actions we can take in helping children develop their reading skills for lifelong learning. Before we jump into that, just a little bit about me. My name is Stephanie Trivison. I am the Sales Operations Manager at Findaway. I've been with the company for just about 12 years, so there's a good chance if you have contacted us in that time that my name is floating somewhere in your inbox. My role is focused on a few key areas. I manage the customer service team and our website. I handle a lot of the data analysis for the team and overall process improvements within the channel as well. So that's a bit about me. Let's jump right into it. So first you learn to read and then you read to learn. This is why it is so important to instill a love of reading at an early age. During a small study in 2015, researchers found that parents reading to babies during early infancy boosted language, vocabulary, literacy skills, and this had long-lasting effects. Children who were exposed to reading showed a boost in brain activity in areas vital for oral language and reading, as well as areas that allow them to visualize the story. And further, children who were read to before the age of 2 had a vocabulary that was nearly twice as large as that of the children who were only read aloud to after the age of 4. And of course, listening is a skill that must be mastered in order to learn to read. Fortunately for most kids, this comes naturally. As early as 4 months, infants can distinguish between noise and language. By 12 months, they're able to attach meaning to words and mimic what they hear. By 24 months, they can not only recognize nouns and verbs, but they can also understand basic sentence structure. Even encouraging children to gesture at an early age can also increase the size of their spoken vocabulary. So kids are using these cues and picking up on language long before they will ever actually read a written word. And naturally, reading aloud is a great way for adults to communicate the complex language cues. When a child hears a story, it helps them hear the words in a fluid and expressive way and promotes a model of fluent reading that they can then mimic. They hear correct pacing and intonation. They learn how to pronounce new words, what punctuation should sound like. So the model for success is what you see on the screen here, which is reading aloud to reading along and eventually reading alone. And this takes me to our next point. Reading is absolutely vital for the comprehension of all other topics. After 3rd grade, kids are expected to no longer learn to read, but to read to learn. In Ohio, where Findaway is located, the Department of Education has mandated a 3rd grade reading guarantee program, and the goal of that is to identify at-risk students from kindergarten through 3rd grade who are behind in their reading skills. And if you look a year further out from that, the National Center of Educational Statistics found that 65% of America's 4th graders do not read at a proficient level. Add to this the challenges of the current moment when distance learning has been thrust upon our learning institutions. Falling behind becomes a very real possibility for millions of students. In the pre-COVID environment, while state education departments provided policy guidance and instructional tools, school teachers provided the direct help and support students need to make sure that they're on track for reading success. With programs like the 3rd grade reading guarantee, every struggling reader gets the support that they need to be able to learn and achieve. But as we know, this is just the ideal scenario. What happens for the kids who are unable to catch up due to lack of adequate support or working parents who are unable to teach? If a child falls behind in reading and comprehension skills, it will impact all other subjects they encounter. For example, they may struggle to pass a science test because they're having trouble comprehending what's in their textbook. So this kind of educational lag has the potential to affect them well into their adulthood. And we want to get in front of this as early as possible. So let's shift gears a bit and look at the high school level. Students not reading at grade level by the end of 3rd grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. The long-term effects for these struggling and reluctant readers is very detrimental. A high school student dropout will earn $200,000 less than a high school graduate over their lifetime, and nearly $1 million less than a college graduate. And further, there is incredible disparity when you consider the socioeconomic status of the child in question. The National Assessment of Educational Progress found that 82% of fourth graders from low-income families are not proficient readers. And I imagine that this number won't improve with the new barriers that the pandemic has introduced. Now, it's not all gloom and doom. The flip side of this is that success is possible and within reach. If a student reads just 20 minutes per day, they are likely to score better than 90% of their peers. When it comes to having the right tools to succeed, multisensory learning has been shown to dramatically improve results, increasing recall by 46%, accuracy by 52%, and overall comprehension by 76%. So with the right tools, accessibility, and support, it can be done. So let's talk about how this impacts us, everyone watching, everyone in this industry. Best case scenario, children are being read to at home, at school, and are reading independently at some level. But this isn't always the case. And in fact, there is a recorded drop-off in the amount of parents who read to their children after the age of 5, despite the proven importance of reading to elementary age kids and having a diverse selection of books to choose from. So whether previous read-along habits in the home have fallen away, or maybe children are in a home with busy caretakers, it is always vital to their success that they are read to as children. Just like with many other areas within our communities, libraries are essential to this mission. Scholastic asked kids where they get their best ideas for books to read for fun. And 51% of them said teachers and librarians, and they specifically added things like book clubs, story time, and book fairs as a part of where they get these ideas. So we all have an opportunity to make an impact. And that brings me to what we do. Findaway is built for teachers and librarians. We are working hard to help you bridge the digital divide and to level the playing field for struggling and reluctant readers. We've met with librarians and teachers across the country. We've held focus groups, we've researched, we've tested products, and I think most importantly, we have listened. And in listening to you, we have identified what we can do to make an impact, and that is making literacy our mission. Now, reiterating the goal from a few slides ago, the path to success in reading lies in reading aloud to reading along and eventually reading alone. So we have built a portfolio of products designed to take storytime home. From the Playaway Kids audiobook collection to the new Read Along Wonder Book we launched last year to our Launchpad Academy suite, our focus on supporting libraries with literacy tools is stronger than ever. These products provide multisensory learning experiences that bring the supplemental support needed for long-term learning and success, as well as providing a bridge between the various reading stages. So no matter where a child is in their journey to literacy, and no matter what access to stories they have at home, they have powerful and equitable access from their library. We are committed to literacy and to continuing to support libraries and would love to continue this conversation. It has always been your feedback that has guided our product decisions. So if you feel that there is a need, especially in this new distance learning environment that isn't being met, or if you simply just want to chat about this in more detail, please get in touch with us. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. Stay healthy, stay safe.